Morning! Well, we made it! We are staying in a cheap hotel. In case you're wondering how we find accommodation, we've been going on booking.com and we used Airbnb once, and then Nikki phones the hotels or goes into them and asks them what is their best price or tells them a low price we've seen on booking.com, and generally we've been able to get some quite good deals. This hotel room cost us 44 euros. It's functional, it's fine. For 44 euros, it's great. And then in the morning, normally we go off and we find a boulangerie where we can grab some pastries, and then you're allowed to take those pastries to a bar, generally at a tabac, and eat the pastries there whilst you order a coffee. That's totally fine and done thing, so quite enjoying doing that. So we will probably start off the day in the normal way, coffee and pastries, and then we'll ride not very far and then have another coffee. And yeah, I hope the weather plays ball. I mean, yesterday, the ride here, the last bit of the ride, was just ridiculous. So wet, kind of like such an intense experience that I actually kind of liked it. Anyway, I'm gonna get my kit on. We're hotboxing the bathroom to dry all our stuff out, and then off we go. Okay, so final part of our journey. We've just got the ferry from the Crozon Peninsula to Brest, and we're gonna probably just cut inland, go all the way up to Roscoff, where we catch our ferry home tomorrow. Weather looks pretty poor,
but we've got a tailwind.
Oh, apparently we have a tailwind. So we're gonna get pedalling as quick as we can, hopefully make it to Roscoff before it starts raining again. Finally made it out of Brest, which was slightly confusing. When we plotted all the routes, we didn't know that we were going to be getting a ferry from the Crozon Peninsula to Brest. So as a result, we didn't have a route loaded on our Garmin's for the Brest to Roscoff leg. So slightly confusing. What I've been doing a lot of the time is I put the destination in Google Maps on my phone, and then I turn up the volume and I have my phone in my pocket and it talks me through the way to go. So as long as there's not too much heavy traffic or noise, you can actually hear Google Maps telling you which direction to go. So that works quite well. There's also obviously those greenways that we were telling you about if you watch the other episodes of this vlog, and those are some nice kind of cycle routes, but sometimes they're a bit circuitous, you know, they're not direct. But anyway, we rode through Brest and then had the biggest stroke of luck, which was meeting this great guy who was so strong and so very happy for us to just sit on his wheel. He towed us for, I don't know, a few kilometres, 10k, 20k, I don't know what. He towed us super fast, super steady, great wheel to follow, and it was so much fun just blasting through the countryside. We're currently on a road D38 heading up to Kerlouan, and it's such a great road for cycling. Fast, flowy, not much traffic, just really fun. So yeah, having a good one. Slightly less good. How many punctures have you had now?
Oh God, I've lost count. You've had,
oh dear.
Look. I'm there.
Oh.
Just wondering whether I need to borrow one of your patches.
Nikki's using some of my restrap tyre boot patches, and you better super glue them on. But there's no lid on the super glue, so she decided to bite the end off. Is your tongue sticking?
It's all over my lip, look.
Oh yeah, you have... Nikki! You're such a nutter. Okay, so not the most salubrious surroundings, but I think now might be the time to try the cake that I've been carting all around Brittany, well, since yesterday. The Quin Amand, is that how you say it? The archetypal Breton pastry, so let's be having it.
Good.
Well,
needs coffee though, didn't it?
I don't think so.
No?
I've got the salted caramel flavour, maybe not traditional, but bloody delicious. It's basically
Butter.
very thin layers of pastry, kind of soaked in butter and salted caramel or something. Reminds me of, I've never had one, but a cronut. You know, like a croissant donut. It's a bit like that. Shall I save you half?
Depends how much you're enjoying it, darling. If you're really loving it.
I'm happy with half. Have to say, half a Quenamant didn't quite fill me up, so there's a Quenamant factory there, closed. So yeah, we're currently searching a boulangerie ou quelque chose comme ça, which everything is closed. Bugger. Oh wow. So we haven't found a boulangerie that's open, but we've found the coast and it's extremely beautiful. Oh man! Woo! Really incredible.
Isn't it stunning?
This is possibly one of the, if not the most beautiful beach we've been to. We are kind of wishing that we had baguettes on which to munch. Slightly hungry. Maybe we'll find some food at some point. Well, phew. Baguette time. Yes, baguette, coffee. Nikki's on the cider already. It's actually not always easy finding something or somewhere to eat at the moment because it's now September and everything's so seasonal where we've been, so places start closing down at the end of August. So you'd rock up to a town and it's deserted. No boulangeries open, no nothing at all. So phew, we've got something. One of those funny things, these sort of trips, you really want to get where you're going, but then it's kind of a bummer because you're finished. Oh, it's so nice here. I had no idea that Roscoff is so nice. Well, after arriving in Roscoff, we did our normal thing of going to a hotel and negotiating a cheap room as it's sort of last minute kind of thing. Then we did our other usual thing of going off to find a glass of wine. And after an evening in Roscoff, we got the ferry back to Plymouth the next day. Really enjoyed doing this trip entirely like without flying, basically under my own steam. I rode to Plymouth, then rode onto the ferry, rode all the way around Brittany, and then I actually got the train back here because it was just really torrential rain and my kids were waiting for me and stuff like that. Would have preferred to have ridden the whole way back, but whatever. Thoroughly recommend doing this. Next time I think I might do the ferry to Roscoff and then ride along the coast of the north coast and get the ferry back from Cherbourg to Poole. There's a route called the Tour de Manche, which goes all around the English coast, the channel, and over the sea and all around the French coast. So it's like a big loop. Quite like to do that. Other ferry journeys I'd like to try would be to get one down to Santander and ride all the way back from Santander to England. That'd be nice. Anyway, I'm about to go out and meet Laura, so I will say goodbye. Let me know if you like the video and if you've got any questions about this kind of cycle touring, credit card touring, I call it, as opposed to bike packing where you're sleeping outside. But yeah, hope you liked it and see you later. Bye.